Hi there, this is a short tutorial how to create and format tables within a Word doc. So here I have a blank Word document. The very first thing I'm going to do is title it, File, Save As, and it's creating a table in Word. And then if I was submitting it as an assignment, I would put in my last name. If I had a really common, which I guess Knowles is common, I would also put my first name to make sure my teacher knew who created this assignment. Then I'm going to place it in a folder. So as you can see here, I have an IDT36 folder. It is a really good idea in order to be organized and to save you time. For every course you have, you should have a folder on your computer or laptop. You will save everything that you do for that class within that folder, and then within the folder I have subfolders again to make sure that all the similar types of assignments are together, and it just saves me time. I know where it's going to be located. So this document is going to go in lecture captures. I'm going to save it. There is an auto-save feature within Word, and so once you've saved a document with a title, the software is going to automatically save. So if your computer crashes, if Word unexpectedly quits, then you will have saved something. If you don't title it or save it till the very end, you might lose everything. Also, you can get into the habit of just clicking save every so often, especially if you're working on a really long document that has a lot of data or a lot of information. If you're typing out an article, for example, you want to save it from the very beginning. It just avoids any kind of problems if your technology does not cooperate. The first thing I'm going to do is enter the title. This makes it much easier. If you insert your table first and then you realize you need a title, which everything you do should have a title, it's a little bit more tricky. So I'm going to center my title, and I'm going to title it ITSE Standards for Students. Okay, and I'm going to now insert my table. I'm going to insert the table with 4 columns. I'm not sure how many rows. I'll put in 4 for now. There we go. And so the first line is going to be the title of each column, and everything's centered, and I also want everything in bold. So I've just highlighted all 4 cells on the top row because I want all the text to look the same. And then I'm going to have standard. To move quickly between cells, you can just use your tab button. So standard, description, tab, then image, and then tab rationale. I'll just spell that correctly. There we go. Now I'm going to insert the standard. So the first one, I believe, I do not want auto, creativity and innovation. There we go. The description, I grabbed that previously, so I'm going to insert an image. So I'm going to go to IDT 3600, and I'm going to go to images, and then my image is ISD. Let's have a look where they are. And there we go, ISD. And then my image, again, insert picture from file. I'm in the same folder because this is where I keep all the images, and I believe I called it creativity. There we go, creative hands. And then the rationale, I'm going to enter that. And so there's my table. This does not present the information in a really great way. My images are kind of cut off, and there's not even a whole word here because my column is too narrow. So what I'm going to do is I need more space. So I'm going to go to Layout, I'm going to go to Orientation, and I'm going to choose Landscape. There, that is a little bit better, but still this column's too narrow. I want there to be wider columns where I have text. So my images are too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my images smaller. So when you make an image smaller, you want to maintain the proportionality. So you want to reduce the height and the width by the same percentage so that your image isn't stretched or distorted. And you do that by always using a corner of the image. I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to drag to the center. And as you can see, that maintains the proportions of this image. It's not stretched, it's not disproportionate. I think that's good. And again on this one, make this one a little bit smaller. I like that. I'm going to make this column wider. Okay, I think that presents the information a little bit better. However, I do like my images to be centered within a cell, and so I'm going to click out on the layout, and then I'm going to click the alignment to center. I'm going to click on this image, align to center. The text, however, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to click align top left. And I'm going to do the same with this one, align top left. All the text in the title row is all the same size, font and alignment. The text within the other rows, again, it's the same font, size and alignment. This uniformity just makes it look better. I'm going to save. Now let's say for this example there are 6 standards, so I'm just going to create. So I need another row. Quick tip, if you're in your last row, the last cell of the last row and column, if you just click your tab, then you can create a new row. I'm going to copy and paste those in. Okay, so now my table is over 4 pages. Okay, once I get to page 4, I can't remember what the titles of the columns are. If you're using any formatting such as APA or MLA, they ask that whenever a table goes onto a second page, that you restart the title row. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go to the first row on the second page and I'm going to split the table. Then I'm going to copy this row. I'm back in the second page and I'm going to insert above a row. Now it's gone on to this page. So what I'm going to do, between the first and the second table, I'm going to go to Insert, Break, Page Break. Okay. And I'm going to paste in. And I'm going to do this for every page. So this is the third page. I'm on the first row on the third page. I'm going to split the table. I'm going to then insert a row above. I'm going to click between, insert, page break. I'm going to that in. And then this is the final one. So again, I'm in the first row, I'm splitting the table, and then I'm going to insert a row above. I need to make sure that this goes onto the last page. So I've inserted a page break, and then I'm copying in that column. I have an extra row here. I'm not going to keep it because that doesn't look. Why is it there? If it serves no purpose, it shouldn't be there. I'm going to delete that entire row, and then I'm going to save. And as you can see, this looks uniform, it looks professional, it is easy to make sense of. I hope you found this video useful.